This is Amani with Build Brothers, starting my digital inspection for a realtor. We're at a property in the La Mesa area, and for these digital inspection, we always like to start underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the condition of the wood. The eaves consist of, we have the fascia, we have the rafter tails, and then we have the starter boards. And we also have intake ventilation underneath here. So that allows for cool air to enter into the attic space. And we're not seeing any wood rot underneath here. It does look like it was painted fairly recent, but no concern there. Now what we're looking at is a 3-tab asphalt shingle roof, and you can see a lot of granule loss collecting in the gutters here. We do have drip edge. Drip edge allows for water to freely flow off anytime it rains, so it doesn't soak into the fascia board. You can see it was actually adhered to the gutters right here. But right off the bat, what I want to point out is exposed nail heads. We have 2 right here on the edge. And we also have exposed staple heads. You can see around this overhead surface, this is completely open. Now, we do have a lot of granule loss throughout this entire roof, and the reason why this happens is because those oils began to evaporate and bake under the sun for years and years, and those granules began to fall off, and that's when we start to see this shiny fiberglass. So this is going to greatly affect the waterproofing capability of the product anytime it rains. Around the roof to wall flashing, we do have more exposed nail heads, also on the ridge cap. But these are pretty scattered throughout this roof. So anytime we see one of these exposed nail heads, that is an active leak. We see more of that shine on the back side, and we do have solar on the back as well. Another thing we like to point out are the penetrations. The penetrations have mastic around them, and just like the oils on the shingle tab, these evaporate and crack over time, making them vulnerable to rain. Some more exposed nail heads. We do have some exhaust ventilation on this roof. We have 2 whirlybirds. On a new roof, we like to add low profile Hagen vents. That's an updated version of some exhaust. But we see more of that cracking around these, so you get the idea. All right, we see more granule buildup on the backside as well. And a lot of granule loss on these back shingle tabs. Looking at these anchor points, these appear to be properly installed, so no concern there. My ladder wasn't able to, oh, we got a blown off shingle tab right there. My ladder wasn't able to reach the top quite a bit, or just quite, but we're gonna get an idea of the condition of the top as well. The top is in the same condition as the first story. We have 3-tab and ton of granule loss, and then we have exposed staple heads as well on here. We do have a solar system on the top as well, and there is patchwork done on this roof. So we do have some Owens Corning duration shingles that were added at some point, and you can see that sure nail strip. But again, we see how loose these are, right? Anytime wind-driven rain comes along, well, it's going to get access to that felt paper underneath. So it's very clear that this roof has gone past its life expectancy, and we have a couple installation errors. So my full recommendation would be a complete replacement. There's too many areas on this roof that would require repair, and this roof is in in need of a full replacement. So what we want to do is remove this down to the wood decking, address any rotten wood that needs to get replaced. Wood replacement gets done on a discovery basis. Now we're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, so we get that awesome 50-year product warranty. And we actually back that with a lifetime workmanship because we're so confident in our work. We also have licensed and certified in-house solar crews to remove and reinstall these panels safely and correctly. And we'll also test them after they're reinstalled to make sure everything is in working order. I will get this out to the realtor. Thank you.